We started Espresso, actually already about 5 years ago. And that's when we really got the team together and we were working on a totally different product. We were focused on privacy for transfers of assets, but focusing specifically on stablecoins. And we wanted to add privacy in a compliant way. We saw the fact that there were things like Zcash and Monero at the time, and then there were things like USDC and USDT, and we saw that there was a gap where it was very difficult to run use cases for traditional payments in a way that was compliant with regulation, but also hiding from the general public what was happening. And so we tried to build a product around that, and we realized that we were actually a bit too early at the time. In general, privacy was something that was viewed as necessary, but there was already so much regulatory uncertainty around stablecoins to begin with that nobody really wanted to touch privacy with a 10-foot pole. And that, of course, really limited the use cases that you could apply stablecoins to, but it was still it was too early. The other issue that we realized was it was very difficult at the time to build something that was a new application around privacy, because if you deployed it as a smart contract on Ethereum, that was exceedingly expensive. And if you, especially with something like privacy where you're using zero-knowledge proofs and these are costly operations, doing it on Ethereum, which is prohibitively expensive. Arbitrum and other L2s had just come out at the time, and so we looked at building our own L2, but the problem there was that if we had built an application on a different chain where all the DeFi applications didn't sit, given the fact that stablecoins were primarily being used as trading pairs or as collateral in other DeFi protocols, it would be kind of useless to have a completely isolated chain for private but compliant stablecoins that wasn't being used in the rest of Web3 products. And so we realized that there was this need to enable scalability for new applications, but ensuring in a way that ensured they were interoperable with the rest of the Web3 ecosystem. And that was actually the spark for working on Espresso. We completely pivoted the product. We had built a full product and had pitched institutions on using it, and we completely abandoned the whole product and started over to work on Espresso Network as we know it today.